Hey guys, UWG Nick here, and welcome back to another Sunday Snippet. It's been a while since I made one of these. Mm, the reason why is that I've been very tired. I haven't really made any videos even for my channel for a long time. Though it hasn't noticed shown for you guys because I've had a backlog of several weeks. I've just been uploading them, editing, rendering, and uploading them. The reason why I haven't really felt inspired to make videos lately is A, my daughter, and B, I'm building something. So I've been very tired. Uh, when you think about like making videos, playing video games, making videos, it's like, yeah, that's the easiest job ever, whatever the fuck. It's not really a job for me, it's a hobby. But people would think, I thought, it's very, very easy. And when you're in a energetic mood and you're upbeat and you feel good, then yes, it's very easy because you can really enjoy the game. And when you enjoy the game, it shows in the video, and you can you're wittier, you're smarter, or you're more quick in the head, so to speak. But when you have a newly born daughter and you're also renovating and building stuff, you get very tired. And when you're tired, it's really it feels like a chore to make a video, and I know that if it feels like a chore when I start to make one, it's not gonna be a good video. So I've been avoiding that lately. Let's go through this in order, so to speak. Our daughter is now like 5 weeks old now, almost. Let's see, she was born on the 10th. Yeah, so she's 5 weeks old, pretty much 5 weeks old, and she's been doing great. She's very happy. She had a spat of maybe a week or two of stomach trouble. Nothing serious, just gas, from her bacterial flora or fauna being screwed up from having such a heavy dose of antibiotics immediately after birth. So it really fucked with her digestive system. So it took a while before everything got back on track. So she had a couple of weeks where she would get a lot of gas. And for a grown-up, getting gas means you're just burping and farting a lot, which isn't a problem for anybody else except the people around you. It's not a problem for you. It's just a problem for everybody else. But for babies, it hurts, apparently. And that means that she would sleep and then suddenly wake up crying and really twisting her little body, trying to avoid something, but it was apparently painful. So she would cry and nothing would help because the pain was internal, so there was nothing we could do, and it was frustrating, and it meant it was a little bit less sleep for a bit. But she seems to have gotten past that. We have given her certain drops that you can give her. You'd call it medicine, but the medicine, it kind of coats, the way I understood it. I'm not a pharmacist, my girlfriend is, though she could explain this better, but it coats the inside of the digestive system and makes the bubbles kind of pass easier. So she just every now and then she just lets out these massive fucking bombs, like farts, and then she giggles a bit, and everything's great again, and it's funny as fuck because you really don't think a person that small would be fucking firing off cannonballs in the living room. But yeah, so everything seems to be going really well. She's developing great. She's her weight is rising. I don't know what it is in pounds. I'm not gonna start converting. It's 2.2 pounds per kilogram. You do the math. And she is now, I think she was just below 5 kilograms. So that would be 11 pounds, something like that. So she's growing really well. She's quite tall as well. I think she was 62 centimeters now, if I remember correctly. And she has all the fingers and toes and a lot of hair. And her brain has also developed a lot. In the beginning, when you have the baby, almost every face they make is involuntary. It is just pretty much neurons firing off, seeing what happens if we do, what happens if we pull on this muscle, and things happen in the face. But now she has learned to smile as a response. And we know that because if she's in a semi-good mood or something like that and you get close to her, because her baby's eyesight is quite bad still, so it's 10 inches, 12 inches, something like that. They can see clear at this stage still. So if you get within that distance and you smile at her and make faces, she smiles back. And through repeated tests, we have realized that yes, it is actually a voluntary response. She is actually smiling. Well, as voluntary as feeling happy can be. But yeah, it's great. You can really see her developing. She looks around a lot, but that she has done from birth. Like really, like her eyes scan constantly when she's awake. I guess it's like the brain collecting information and trying to make sense of it and like feeding itself in that sense. It's a very interesting stage, this part of the baby's like development, because it's so rapid. You can actually see her brain changing from week to week. It's very cool. It's very cool. I like it. The other project that has been tiring me out is the building thing. And what I'm doing is we have a garage next to our house that is freestanding. And the garage is in 2 floors. And the upper floor has been like, the previous owners used it just as a freaking storage place for all kinds of crap. Like just trash. And it's a pretty big space. It's like 60 something square meters. Which is significant. I've lived in apartments half of that size. Me and my girlfriend lived for 2 years in an apartment that was half that size together. So it's a significant space, and I have realized that I want to build a gym there. So that is what I've been doing. This is ginger ale flavored water, by the way. So basically, during the last weeks, I have been scrubbing the floors clean in that place, and they're dirty as shit. Like normal just mopping doesn't do diddly squat. I need like a steam mop and a bunch of poisonous acidic stuff and crap to get it clean. And then these last few days we have been painting the walls, so they're now white. We're gonna take, after this I'm gonna walk out there and we're gonna film a little bit so you can see it. And as I was cleaning the floors and getting rid of all like these old furniture stuff that they had there, like shelves and crap, like really cheap stuff, just breaking it, throwing it out, I noticed that the previous owners had put in a linoleum floor in the area, and it's a sturdy mat. It's like when you clean it well, it becomes like really nice. It can be used as a gym floor easy. My first thought was getting a rubber cover for it, but I realized that Jesus Christ, rubber is expensive. So anyways, yeah, I cleaned it up and threw all the shit out, and then suddenly I noticed a soft spot, like right inside the door in one area, and it was like a significant opening. It was a little less than 1 square meter, like 3 feet times 3 feet square. You do the math. It's less than that, but ish. And it was a soft spot in the linoleum, so I was like, what the fuck is this? I cleaned it up and then started pushing on it. I was like, I'm gonna have to open that fucker. So I took a knife, cut it open, and it turned out that it was a hatch. Not even a hatch. It was just a hole. It was a hole in the cement. So now we're gonna get into technical terms, which I don't know. But when you build the base of a house, you do something. You like cast the cement. And what they have done there is when they cast the upper floor, the upper level's floor, which is the roof of the lower level, the lower garage is like this big, and then the upper floor continues like this, almost twice the size of the lower floor. So there's an opening right here, like in the right there, okay? And then underneath we have a cliff coming like this, whap. So there's like a triangular opening right underneath here. And when they had cast the cement, you use like boards and you make what do you call them? Like molds, I guess. You make molds out of wood, and then you put the cement in there, you cast it, and then you let it harden. And usually once it hardened, you remove the molds. They had not done that. They had left all the fucking wood underneath the house in that opening, okay? And then they had, on the outside, they have just buried it in sand, like everything along the walls and stuff like that, so it looks nice. But that means that this space did not have any air movement at all, apart from that hole that was in the floor that I mentioned. Now, so far, possibly okay. Possibly. Not good, but okay. But now the previous owners come in with their linoleum and just go like, fuck it, we'll cover it. Which is the worst idea in history. because you have underneath that upper floor, like when it comes past the garage part, the cliff, and then you have dirt. It's in direct contact with the dirt. Then you shut it off so there's no air movement whatsoever, and you leave it for 30 years, or however long it's been since they did it, probably like 20 years, something like that, 15 years. I don't know. Fuck it doesn't matter. What happens is that you start gathering moisture, like a shit ton of moisture into that area, and when you have all the wood molds still there, you create rot and mold and all kinds of nasty shit. So when I cut that open and looked down, I went actually down there, I was like, oh my fucking god. It was full of rotting wood, like really rotting wood, and everything was just white, covered in white mold, everything. I was like, oh my fuck. It was very close that my gym project would have ended right then and there, but I didn't give up. I instead got myself some face masks, threw down a 9 kilowatt heating fan for like a week, and just blew hot air into that area, and the smells that came out of that hole, oh my god. Then I managed to go down there with a crowbar and a couple of IKEA big ass yellow bags, and I started like pulling down all the wood that I could reach, scraping off the mold, sand and dirt and all kinds of stuff, like just let it all come with. And I started filling up these IKEA bags, and I got like 8 of them that I carried out from there and dumped behind our yard. We have a good place for it, don't worry about it. But yeah, I just dumped it outside, so I had to clean all that fucking bullshit out. Then I also managed to get ventilation made from the outside of the building, like coming down 2 ventilation channels or ducts came into the one on each side of the house, came into the space. So I think they're not big, they're like the size of my wrist, the tubes, but I think like it should be enough. Now that I cleaned it out and it's 2 openings, it should ventilate enough that I can close off the hole in the floor. Because the hole in the floor needs to be closed off. I need to have a hatch or something there that can actually carry a person in order for that place to be safe, and in order for it to look good, and in order for me to put in the gym equipment that I want to put in. So that was a lot of work, and all this has been very intense, and it has been a shit ton to do. So that's why I haven't been making videos. I didn't make a Sunday snippet last week either. I wanted to, but when the day came around, I was like, no, fuck, I'm too tired. I get to like, can't do it. So I didn't. But yeah, we are about the gym equipment. Like, gym equipment is super expensive. When you look online for like proper stuff, Jesus fuck, you can get poor quick with that. But I was lucky because through some contacts at my university, I managed to get a really good deal on a large number of equipment that's been used in the university gyms and stuff like that. But they're still in good condition and they look nice and they're like proper freaking gym equipment. None of these like aluminum 30 millimeter bars that just bend when you lift them. They're like solid stuff. So thanks to that, this project is still up and running, and we're getting closer to actually getting the equipment and bringing it in. So I still want to put like some, lining along the floor, like wall lining. I don't know what you call them, list in Swedish. Like these wooden panels they put low right next to the ground along the wall, so it looks nice. I want to put those in there, and then I have some mirrors that I'm going to place up on one wall and stuff like that. But it's been a lot of work, and that is why I have not been very active with the whole video making thing. And now we're going to add one more fucking problem into the mix. We are getting a dog. So probably, if everything goes according to plan, tomorrow morning I'm going to head over to Sweden and go buy a dog. The race that we're buying is a Swedish Vallhund, or a what do you call it? Östgötaspets in Swedish. It's if you know what a corgi looks like, okay, think of it as a corgi, but it's colored. The coloring is like a wolf. That's pretty much what we're getting. They're really cute little dogs, and yeah, we're super excited to get it. And since I'm going alone, Annette is currently visiting her mom with my daughter over at her mother's place in Vanda. And they're not going to come with because it would be just more of a hassle to bring the baby along for such a road trip. So I'm going to go alone. And because of that, I'm gonna have a good chance to record while I'm traveling. So maybe the next Sunday snippet will be the trip to Sweden to get Einstein, which the dog's name is gonna be. And currently it's Noel or something like that, but fuck that. We're gonna give it our own name. So Einstein is gonna come home. That's about it. Now I'm gonna show you a few pictures of what the place looked like before we started working on it. And you get to watch those while I head over with my phone camera to the garage. And we'll talk about that when I get there. So here you go. So here we go, guys. Here's my motorbike, by the way. My beautiful Honda CB500, which hasn't been ridden much this summer because of my arm. I've even taken it out of traffic at the moment because, well, I can't ride it, so I'm not gonna pay the insurance. But I'm not allowed to use it because of that currently. But that can be changed with a few clicks on the internet. Here's the garage. I might as well show you a little bit what our place looks like for now, since I still want to do like a complete walkthrough. But I did it once, but I never edited or uploaded the video. So here's our garage. It's a two car garage, and then that's the upper floor where the gym is gonna be. And here's our house, and that's my car, or the car that I use. It's not mine, it's actually Annette's, but she's using my car, so go figure. And this is our yard. We have what's called a woodland yard or a forest yard. It's very wild, very little to take care of, but I like it. I like this type of yard. And that's a little playhouse right there where Linnea can play when she gets older. Anyways, let's go towards the gym. Here you can see traces of me painting, or me and my friends painted. They came and helped me. And no lock, so please don't rob me right now. It's gonna be one. I'm gonna install one soon. And here's the gym. So this is the wall that's gonna get mirrors. That's why it's not painted. Didn't want to waste paint on it. And there's still like tape along the lines that we use as protection. So that's why the edges look a little bit rough when you go around. But here I still want to do the lining like along the wall there, so it looks nice. And yeah, this is the space. It's about, as I said, about 60 square meters total. I think 54 plus this, which is going to be the changing room. Here I still haven't painted the wall, so they still look like they still have the original coloring. The only painting I've done is these. Like there are nails coming through, which they've used to, of course, attach the whatever this is. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is in English. It's like this ceramic kind of, what do you call it? Fuck, I can't remember the material, but it's this white hard stuff. When it breaks, it's very brittle, covered in paper. Very normal building material. So I just painted the heads of the screws or the nails, because if they start rusting and you just paint over it with normal inside color, the rust is gonna push through the color and it looks like ass. So you need to cover those up first. And this is the floor, linoleum floor. It's quite dirty. I haven't cleaned this particular room yet, but you can see what kind of a mess that the old owners have left behind. That's the changing room, yeah, and here's the rest of the space. Linoleum is a good type of floor. It's very sturdy. It takes a lot to damage it, and it cleans up real nice. Shit, almost fell. But yeah, as you can see, it looks kind of dirty right now because we've been walking around here and painting and bringing a bunch of shit in, but oh well. It's still cleaner than what it used to be. This is what the floor used to be before I started cleaning it. So this area I haven't cleaned. This and this I've cleaned once, but I'm gonna have to do it again after the painting's done. Don't ask me why I did it before. But yeah, and here we have the hole that I mentioned. Give you a bit of an idea of the size. Like that. So I've been down there. Let's see if we can get a light and I can show you what it looks like. This is gonna be a bit tricky for me to lower the camera down there without fucking with the image. Give me a second, this is a bit problematic. And this was covered, as you can see, as there's still some wood left in some places where I haven't been able to reach
But this was actually covered in like mold and shit. And it goes from one side to the other. There you can see one of the, see if I can see it myself. Yeah, that pipe there is one of the ventilation pipes, and then I made a similar one on the other side, which I'm not certain you can see, but I think it's right there where the dot is right now. So that almost sunk me. Oh fuck, I've left the shovel down there. Motherfucker, I'm gonna have to go get that son of fuck. But good thing I noticed it. Anyways, so this needs a hatch. For I guess obvious reasons, right? I can't leave that hole there because it's like a 6-foot drop to the bottom with rusty metal and shit around. So somebody steps into that, I'm gonna get sued. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I've been kind of absent with the Sunday snippets, and also the reason that you wouldn't know, but the reason why I haven't been making a lot of gaming videos lately. Huh. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, but let me get back to the computer and we'll finish this up. I just realized I want to show you one more thing. We have a cool thing here. This is a grapevine, an actual grapevine, but for some reason it seems to have died during last winter. Last summer it was still full of leaves and stuff, but now it just seems dead. I'm gonna leave it there for a couple of summers and see if it's just trying to recuperate or something, but it looks pretty goddamn dead. But on the other hand, we have a guest. We have a guest in the room. Can you see any kids there? Hold on. So we have a little bird living here, and she has chicklets. Can you see that? Little tiny birds. We shouldn't disturb her because they're gonna get cold and they won't like it. But as soon as I come away from this place, she's gonna go back. I don't know if I'm gonna wait for it, but she'll come back in a second or two. Anyway, she's been there all summer and she had eggs, and I was a bit worried when she was still just like laying eggs that she wouldn't like the spot and go. But she seems to have survived quite nicely. So, computer time. So yeah, that was it. That's what I've been doing lately and why I have been too tired to make Sunday snippets and stuff like that. But I hope this is going to change, and as I said, I'm going to make a little bit of a video log from my trip to get Einstein. And you're going to get to meet him. Probably, maybe even before my girlfriend gets to. I'm going to upload it on Sunday, so she's going to have a couple of days before you, but that's life. I can't put you first in everything. Either way, this is going to be all for this Sunday snippet. If you're still watching, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah. I don't know. I got nothing more to say. New games coming out? Don't really know at the moment. E3 was super exciting, but all those games are like a year away, so nothing changing there. But I'm keeping my eyes open. Final Fantasy is gonna end real soon. I think there's like 1.5 weeks of stuff from Final Fantasy still left. So like 3 videos maybe. And then we're just gonna continue with Far Cry and Ni no Kuni. I'm going to try to figure out what the third game is going to be. But you will know when I know. Alright? So, until then, see ya. Bye.